to Let's Play Yooka-Laylee, but not really Yooka-Laylee. Actually, this is the Toybox Plus demo that comes with the game if you pre-order it. Also, I apologize if there's like an occasional, like frame rate drop. I don't know if that's my computer like not being up to snuff to run this perfectly, or if it's just a problem with the Toybox demo. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Like, sorry if that bothers anyone. I could lower the quality settings a little more, but I don't know. It's perfectly playable for me, so it doesn't really bother me at all. Anyway, first off, I want to say thank you very much to Spirit for buying this game for me. Actually, you bought it for me a few days ago. But yeah, Yooka-Laylee, it is coming out tomorrow. Well, I don't know, this video might be uploaded on the day that it does come out, but, yeah, anyway, the toy box is basically just, it's like a giant tutorial in a way. Also, let's talk to this guy again. Hey, don't kill me. Interestingly enough, the frames per second never drop below 30. I know this because I'm using the window capture on Bandicam right now, and whenever I'm talking to that guy, it goes down to 30. Huh. Anyway. Although that don't really matter, because I'm usually recording at 30 frames per second anyway. Mainly just because, you know, if I record at 60, it causes my computer to lag some. Plus, that makes way bigger file sizes and stuff. Anyway, yes, for anyone out there who doesn't know what the heck this is and is thinking, hey, this looks like Banjo-Kazooie, well, this was made by the people who made Banjo-Kazooie. But yes, this is the very first game by Platonic Games, which is comprised of many of the old Rareware developers, including two of their best composers, David Wise and Grant Kirkhope. And yeah, they're both working on this game, by the way. But both of them are composing. Well, I should say did compose, because the game's finished at this point. But yeah, both of them composed for Yooka-Laylee, and you can probably tell when listening, like, which songs are Grant's and which ones are David's, because they have their pretty unique, like, each one of them has a pretty unique style. Pretty recognizable. Anyway, the toy box here is essentially just, it's like a giant tutorial in a way. You could say this whole thing is basically just a huge, like, tutorial world where you get to, like, experiment with all the different moves and stuff, and, well, it's very bare bones, as you can see. You don't even have, like, the energy bar or anything like that. See, in the full game, you're gonna have, like, an energy bar. Like, you won't be able to just, like, roll indefinitely like this. There'll be an energy bar that's going down, and yeah, you'll see, like, Yooka and Laylee's faces up in the top left corner. You know, it's really is just like Banjo-Kazooie. Also, I like how he bounces on his tail. It's like Tigger. It makes me think of Tigger. But yes, he can do that. He can do a spin attack. Honestly, the moves are really a lot like Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, this here is obviously, like, you know, this is reminiscent of the Talon Trot. This is, yeah, that's the Beak Bash, or whatever it's called. I don't remember. I actually forgot the name of that move, but you learn it, like, in Banjo, yeah. I don't know. But anyway. I've actually played through and finished the toy box 2 different times, and this is my 3rd playthrough. Decided that I would record this one. But yes, there are 100 quills you can find in the toy box, and there's also one Pagey, which are essentially the Jiggies of the game. And in order to get the Pagey, you have to find all 100 quills. There should be 45 quills in this very first area. I think these guys are actually enemies in the main game, because I've seen them in, like, gameplay previews and stuff. Who can say? You know, I will say, like, so far, well, not really so far, because I've beaten it a couple times, like I said, but, you know, I really do like how this game controls and plays. Like, you know, like, after hearing people, like, saying they didn't really like how it felt or controlled, I was a little worried going into it, but honestly, this game really feels exactly like Banjo-Kazooie. Like, it's just like Banjo-Kazooie, just more fluid. Like, the control's a little bit looser than in Banjo. And I don't know, maybe a lot of people who never played Banjo, who didn't, like, enjoy the Banjo-Kazooie games, like, back in the past, I don't know, maybe they would find this off-putting, but for me, I feel like right at home playing this. Like, I really feel like I'm playing a brand new Banjo title when I play this game, so it's not a problem for me at all. I will say the rolling did take a little bit of getting used to, though, because the rolling, I might make it look easy, but it's a little bit hard to control until you get used to it, in my opinion. I probably should have swam to get in here. There's two ways of getting in here. You could either get in from above, like I did, or you could swim down through this trench in order to get in. But I think there's some quills down here in the water somewhere. Yeah. There's 3 of them right here. Oh yeah, there's more quills right here. Oh. Yeah, once you get used to... Oh, I totally missed 2 quills right there, but once you get used to how the rolling controls, it becomes a lot easier to manage. Like I said, it did take a little bit of getting used to, but it's not really a problem for me. Yeah, there's some quills up here we can collect. Be sure not to miss this one right here, which is up a little bit higher than the others. Okay. Now, there should be 3 more we can collect before we can move on. Ah, yes, that's where they are. Thankfully, I know this demo. I'm just going to call it a demo. I know this demo pretty well. Boing! Actually, there was no reason for me to come all the way up here, but whatever. Haha, I landed it. Let's go ahead and get across these platforms. Why wait for them? We can fly. Anyway, there's 2 more of those. Now, if we go down here, there's another one. I should note, you cannot roll up these. The light blue ramps you can roll up, but these darker blue ones, you cannot roll on those. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because those are supposed to be like ice. I'm guessing these are supposed to simulate ice physics. Now, we can go over here. Now, I've heard that this area over here is something that's only in Toybox Plus, because the original Toybox apparently didn't have this, but there's not really anything of importance over here, but there is like a little, there's a little group of enemies we could fight over here if we want to. And here they are. You know, when I was watching videos, I thought it looked like the combat really lacked impact. Like, I don't know, it looked like all the enemies, like, I don't know, it's like all the enemies when they were attacking them, it looked like everyone was just like paper thin and didn't have like any weight to them, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know, it just looked like you were running around just whacking like paper cutouts or something. Like, I don't know if you guys really know what I mean. Like, it felt like the enemies just had no real, like, there was, like, no real impact when you were running around hitting enemies. But now that I'm actually playing the game and actually, like, attacking them, it actually feels just like Banjo. You know, I would say in order to really get a feel of how this game works, you really do have to play it yourself. You can't just watch videos. Also, yeah, this is all that's in here. It's just a bunch of these little goblin guys in glass cases. You can't break them or do anything with them. I'm guessing it's just supposed to be like an idle animation showcase or something. Ow. Also, I think you may have infinite health in this. I mean, you seem to have infinite energy, so you probably have infinite health too, but I've never just let myself get hit over and over to find out. But anyway, now that we have explored all that, it's time to head on over here to the other half of the toy box. And this is where things are going to start getting a little more interesting. Now, before we do anything, let's go ahead and dive down here and collect the quills that are hidden down here in the water. Seriously, though, I am so glad that this game exists. Like, seriously. How long has it been since we've had, like, a traditional, like, 3D collect-a-thon platformer like this? Like, it really is a genre that just completely died out. Like, after the, I would say probably the early PlayStation 2 era, I don't think we've really seen anything quite like this since then. I mean, I may be wrong, because there's tens of thousands of games that have come out since then, and out of all of those, maybe something like this appeared at some point, but I'm pretty sure I've never seen anything like that. Also, no, I'm not counting nuts and bolts. Because while that game did have collection, well, it was nuts and bolts. That game was all about building vehicles and driving. That wasn't really about platforming gameplay, really. I should go out and say that I've never actually played Nuts and Bolts, though, but I never really had much of an intention to either. Whoa. Okay, hey, come on. Get up here. You know, at first I wasn't really sure how much I would like these two characters compared to Banjo and Kazooie, but you know, honestly, they're really growing on me. I like Yooka and Laylee. Now that door there just took us up really high. We are now way above the rest of the level. Now this guy here is called a Ghost Rider. I'm not sure what they're going to be used for, but there's apparently going to be 5 of them in each world, I think. Because there's like 5 of them displayed down there, but yeah, he's the only one that's in the toy box, so yeah, I can't really do anything with those at the moment. You know, back to like the subject of, you know, this kind of game though, I really hope that Yooka-Laylee will spark like a revival in interest of this kind of game. Like, can you guys just imagine, like, if Yooka-Laylee, like, I want Yooka-Laylee to be a success because I do think it's going to be a great game. I'm not saying it's going to be a perfect game. I'm not going to say it's going to be better than Banjo and Kazooie, because I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be better than Banjo and Kazooie. I'm not putting my expectations that high, but I do think this is going to be a worthy spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie, and I think it's going to be a great game. in its own right. It's probably going to be an 8 out of 10 for me, I would say. Maybe higher. Maybe even a 9 out of 10. Oh, shoot. This just reminds me of Tick-Tock Clock right here. But yeah, we'll see when I play the full game. But yeah, if this sparks a revival and interest of this kind of game, and they seriously, like, companies start making games like this again, that would be amazing. I'm just thinking, imagine if the Spyro trilogy, like, got remade on the PlayStation 4. You know, like the Crash Insane trilogy. Imagine if Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, and Spyro Year of the Dragon all got, like, an HD PS4 remake from the ground up. Like, this whole time I've been thinking, like, if it can happen to Crash, it can freaking happen to Spyro. Which is funny, because I'm actually not getting any frame rate drops right here, but yeah, it's like, oh man, I just want those kind of games to come back. And you know, even better than that, like, instead of just having, like, remakes of the Spyro games, why don't we just have, like, a brand new Spyro game? Like, if they remake them and it sells well, then they can make, like, a brand new Spyro title that's, like, you know, in the style of the old games. Like, a brand new, oh man, I goofed that up. A brand new, like, collectathon style Spyro. That would make me so happy. Yeah, I totally missed a switch up there. Let's go get that. We're almost done with the toy box, but, yeah, we got a few more quills to find, and, well, like I said, I gotta get back up here and hit this switch now. Well, actually, we have a good amount of stuff left to do here. Not a huge amount, but we got some stuff to do. Anyway, hitting that switch brings that little platform out there and pops open the door. I'm probably gonna get hit here. Oh no. Ah, shoot. If you fall off at any point, you'll get taken back to the start, but thankfully you don't lose all your stuff. So yeah, we got to roll back over, but thankfully we don't have to go through that whole thing again. We can just hop across... Oh, wow, fell in the water there. We can just hop across the little platforms that you could see at the base of that huge ramp. I think that's actually supposed to be something that you're supposed to do, like, when you're done with this, but I just went ahead and got it done there. Now, this room here, I'm guessing this is supposed to simulate different types of ground. Like, this is, I guess, metal? This right here is wood, I think? This is obviously water. I believe this is sand or dirt. This is... I don't know what this is. Maybe it's like linoleum? I don't know. It's like some kind of squeaky tiling. This right here is, I guess, grass. This here's snow, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what these are. I think these are both supposed to be some kind of dirt. Well, this is wood, but yeah. Actually, yeah, that probably is what it is. Yeah. This must be metal, wood, water, sand, or possibly dirt. Some kind of squeaky material, grass, snow, and yeah, probably dirt too. Anyway, that's just like a little... Oh. That's just like a little Easter egg room. Also, I'm not... Wait, did I talk to the little robot that was over here? Not sure. Their dialogue is kind of amusing. Oh, where is he? Wait, I thought he was over here. Maybe not. You know, the way that robot talks, though, referring to Yooka and Laylee... Oh, wait, I think he's over here. Referring to them as, like, DNA bags and stuff. It reminds me of HK-47. Yay! Thanks for that, I guess. Like, the way he refers... I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just a joke because he's like a robot, but it reminds me of HK-47. Like the way he keeps referring to you as, like, yeah. The way he's, like, kind of insulting you for, like, being organic, basically. I don't know, it reminds me a lot of HK-47. I have to wonder if it's like I have to wonder if that was like an intentional reference to that. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, HK-47 is a droid character from Knights of the Old Republic. He's also one of the best characters. Anyway, this right here was probably the most difficult part of the entire toy box demo for me. This was the part that made me realize that if I wanted to get up this tower, I had to learn to roll slowly. Because I was going way too quickly with it before, but as you can see, if we take it slowly... Oh, well, I goofed up right there. But yeah, if you take it slowly, it's a lot easier to control, and I think that's what they intend for you to do. It's also not too hard to come to a stop. Alrighty. Alright, over here, there's a pink ball here. We can push down there. And I'll show you what that's for in just a moment. But first, let's fly down here and get this. You know, my first time playing the toy box, that quill was the very last quill that I found. Because I didn't see it up there, and it took me forever to figure out. I actually had to use the chest there to, like, bounce up to here. But if you want, you can fly to it from up there. But anyway, now that we have dropped that little, well, not really little, but that ball down here, yeah, we can push it over here. And I gotta say, I'm not really a big fan of the physics of objects in this game. They feel very floaty and kind of hard to guide around and control. Like, it's easier for me since I've got some practice. I've gotten used to them at this point, but they feel very, very floaty. They don't feel very, I don't know. It doesn't really feel right, the physics on the pushable items in this game. They feel like they're way too light, way too floaty. I don't really know how to describe what I mean, but maybe you guys understand what I'm saying. And no, attacking it does not help. The only way to move it is by just moving into it, basically. And this here is a little wind stream that seems to speed you up. It does, actually. There's not really anything over here. Okay. And here, we're gonna get the last of the quills. They're all contained within these cases here. Alright, we need to get up a little higher before we can get to that one. Also, don't miss that button up there. Oh, by the way, this right here, this is a trap. Yeah. Even though it doesn't really matter if you get hit by those. And there's our Pagey! The only one in the toy box. And I believe I think I heard there's going to be, like in the full game, I think each world is going to have 30 of those. And I think each world is also going to have 200 quills. Anyway, if we press this button right here, it opens up a wall down here. And in here we find... yeah, it's a particle room. Yes, I'm aware. I think this guy has a particle fetish. But yeah, these are different particles that I guess we'll be seeing in the game. This is obviously some kind of flame. This is energy, I guess. This is also some kind of energy. Right here is magic, I guess? I don't know. This right here, I think, is water. This is fire. This is obviously electricity. Completely harmless, though. Touching this stuff... oh, there's a flame jet right there. Touching this stuff doesn't hurt you. It's just... it's purely visual effects. I don't know what this is. Although, I guess this is for the underwater bubble that you can apparently get later, because I've seen that in the trailers. Anyway, that is just about everything. So in order to get back to the beginning really quickly, let's just jump off. So yeah, I got something to admit. I did not find where that was on my own. I had to peek through the forums a little bit. I mean, I probably could have found it, but, you know, I just wanted to, like, it's like, before I recorded this, I wanted to find where that was, you know, so I could show off whatever it does, and I wanted to, yeah. I wanted to get a recording of this done, like, before the full game releases tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, it's right here. So I checked to see where it was, because I didn't want to spend forever trying to find it. But yeah, it's hidden right there. And if you press it, I don't know. You'll notice there's like an arrow on it. I'm not sure if that's pointing us to exactly what it triggered. No, it does not. That would actually be interesting, though, if the arrows on them, like in the full game, pointed to whatever they affected, because that would actually kind of remind me of the switches in Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Maybe in Legends, too. Actually, I don't remember if they did that in Legends, but I know in Dark Legacy, if you step on a switch, like an arrow on it will point to whatever it is that you lowered or opened. So this right here is apparently a secret to something in the full game. It's a hint to something. Look to a pirate ship for a surprise. Ground smash lone rock under a nearby tree to reveal the way. So yeah, apparently we can find something in the full game by doing that. But anyway, that is it. That is, as far as I know, every single thing that we can possibly do in this toy box demo. Although I am going to do one more thing. Actually, if you go into this bush here and you crouch, I just want to get the camera angle just right. It's kind of hard to do it, but there we go. Right there, we have the very first screenshot, I think. Well, not really a screenshot, but that it's very similar to the promotional art. That like the little teaser, not promotional, but the little teaser screenshot that they gave us way back when the game was announced. It just had like Yuka's and Laylee's eyes, and they were like inside like the shadows inside of these bushes and stuff. I don't know. It reminds me of that. So yeah. With that, I guess, that's basically it. I'm just going to leave these two here. They're going to be peeking at you and watching you. Anyway, see you, everyone.